Welcome to module number 4, week number 4. After this week, we will be halfway through with this class. I know, I'm a little sad too. Um, this week, I want to look holistically at our week and kind of highlight that we have essay number 2, workshop. We did not do a workshop on the first essay. So this is our first workshop. The workshop is going to be due on Monday night. If you can get your workshop turned in on Monday night, you will receive Tuesday morning 2 essays from peers, which you're going to have the rest of the week to workshop. And by workshop, I simply mean provide a reader response. You've been in the class, you've looked at the prompt, you've worked on the essay, and so whatever you can provide as far as guidance for your peer. If you're looking for specific type of feedback from your peer, you can leave a note at the very end after the grade justification, because you still should have a grade justification for the workshop. But you can have a peer request of saying, hey, this is the type of feedback I'm looking for. I'm still in the pre-writing. I'm looking for a better implementation of my ideas. I'm looking for better utilization of my sources, not looking for commas per se, whatever it might be. And the peer might provide you some feedback that's guided, and they might not. But if you're looking for something specific, you can leave a note. Now, the workshop is graded on a per page basis. So I'm not looking for outline. I'm not looking for just a dump of sources. I am looking for an actual construction of essay. So write an essay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a rough draft, but you'll get 20 points per page. So it's up to 5 for 100 points. And then you'll get 25 for each of the peer reviews for a total of 150 points. I was extremely impressed with essay number 1. Seriously, if you got a good grade on essay number 1, I'm not grading these easy. So keep up the hard work. You did something amazing. I was extremely impressed with the fact that it wasn't a bunch of summary. Normally, on this type of essay, I've done this specific essay 3 times, I think, and I get a lot of summary about the village. I get a lot of, oh, I feel bad about the villagers, and not a lot of addressing of the rhetorical aspects of Baldwin. And so I was extremely impressed with how the analysis really got into what Baldwin was doing and how he was utilizing the village as a rhetorical device and how that extended into the larger argument. And so, really keep that level of analysis up. And the sources were amazing. So, please hit JSTOR, hit academic sources. Don't let up on it. I didn't see one dictionary definition, and I was so excited about that. No Encyclopedia Britannicas or Wikipedias. Those sources drive me crazy. This week, we have Gould's argument on non-moral nature, and we're evaluating Gould's argument, right? Same thing. That's what the assignment is. Don't simply summarize non-moral nature. Don't simply agree or disagree. Analyze how Gould moves from evidence to the broader conclusion. The evidence is quite striking. Gould's essay is fantastic. I absolutely love it. This is another one of those essays that is just a lesson on how to write essays. How he shows, like, hey, here's the wasp. It is not atypical. There are so many wasps that do this. This is not a one off. Hey, let me contextualize this with Darwin. Hey, let me explain how this kind of set up with earlier thinkers. Let me lay the foreground for it, and really develops a very solid essay all the way through, and really has a delayed thesis as well. Doesn't really hit you with the thesis until towards the end. All of the paragraphs lead with fantastic topic sentences. It's all extremely controlled and very well developed. And he is really one of those masters of the now that I've laid out this idea, I can move on to this idea. And now that I've laid out this idea, I can move on to this idea. And it's that now that I have construction that really breaks away from that. Hey, let me give you 3 main points that are kind of not related, but kind of related, and just kind of give you a real thin slices of those. But then now that I have, so I can, construction is really fantastic. All right. So anyway, we have this. This was assigned last week. We have the rough draft is due on Monday night at midnight. That's when the magic happens. Tuesday morning, you'll receive 2 peer reviews, and then you'll have the rest of the week to do those peer reviews as you continue to develop your own essay. You don't have to put this on pause until next week. We have this week, and then next week, this final essay is going to be due at the end of next week. So we have even more time to make it fantastic. We have an OER, building your case with issues, analysis, and contentions. This is arguing using critical theory. I love the example of the cake in Japan. That will come up again. So a lot of good stuff in this one. And then we get into fallacies. With fallacies, I'm not looking for you to remember every single fallacy. I'm really looking for you to be able to identify fallacious thinking, to look at the problems with it, see how the logic of it breaks down. Um, it's not like a debate where you're going to be dropping the title of fallacies on other people's heads in order to impress judges. But we do have a quiz on issues analysis and fallacy. And then we have a reading. Do we live in a simulation? James Cuson's essay on this is another one of those that is really cool. This used to be part of an essay. It was a primary source, but because this is a shorter course, I'm not utilizing it with the essay because it does take a little bit of time to fully digest this. It does get into Baudrillard, Simulation and Simulacra, which is a fantastic read. It's very thin, but very dense and really like substantive. If you have the opportunity to read that, I would absolutely recommend it. That is fantastic and really changes the way you look at things in our current society. So, what is this simulation simulating? This is just an assignment, a little bit of feedback on that. And we have a reading assignment for critical thinking check in number 2. So, we are going, the critical thinking check ins again, where I kind of spotted different issues where we are missing student learning outcomes per the syllabus or per the course design. And so I've kind of explicitly gone to ensuring that we're getting those. So this is primary reading that you need to read in order to do the critical thinking check in number 2. All right, that's what we have this week. This is our week in a nutshell. If you have questions, don't hesitate to email me. If you have questions about essay number 1, by the way, essay number 1, I told you I was extremely impressed with it. In fact, I was so impressed with it, I almost forgot. If you don't like your grade for essay number 1, you have the opportunity to what is that called when you redo it? Revision. Yeah, that's what it is. So you get an opportunity to revise essay number 1 for a higher grade. It will be due at the end of week 8. So not anytime sooner than that. If for any reason it wasn't graded, any reason you didn't get the grade that you wanted, you have the opportunity to spend the rest of the semester completing it, revising it, and if you want, working with me on it. If you want to hit me up and discuss aspects of the essay as you continue to work on it, as you continue to go through the course and pick up new ideas on rhetoric, those are all fantastic. So it will be due at the very end. You don't have to revise it. If you're happy with your grade, that's absolutely fine. And it's not a matter of, oh, I'll go through and fix all my punctuation and hopefully get a higher grade. I'm not really looking at the lower level concerns. There was no point where I was like, I don't like your use of commas. I think I'm going to knock you down a grade. If there was a point where the grammar was so troubled that it was difficult for me to understand it, that might lead to a lower grade. But I don't really think I saw that. There wasn't any issues with that. So anyway, if you're looking for a higher grade and you would like to revise essay number 1, it will be due at the very end of this brief semester. So, all right, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to message me. Thanks.